Think you know Canva inside and out? There are 9 game-changing tips that might still surprise you. Today in Canva, you're going to discover hidden shortcuts and little-known features that will elevate your Canva game. My name is Jennifer. I'm an Empower Canvassador. I love to teach tips and tricks about Canva that are going to help you improve your YouTube channel. Let's say that you've done thumbnail in the past and you really want to find that thumbnail. The first way is by searching your content in Canva's content. I want to find all of the projects that have the word affinity. I'm going to click enter. And when I do that, it gives me 2 options. The first option are all of my designs. These are everything that was created by me. The other thing is templates that were created by Canva creators. I just want things that were designed by me. So I'm going to click see all. And here are all of the designs that I'm looking for that have the word affinity in it. This doesn't mean just titles. For example, this one says August 19th, 2024 week. It means that in this particular design, I have the word affinity right there. That's how to solve that problem. What happens if you don't have your keyword in it? So that's going to be solution number 2 is to name your file. Use keywords like you would use on your YouTube video in your naming system on Canva. I'm going to try to find one that says untitled. Click the little pencil there and type in affinity photo, and now it has a name. I don't know that it's going to show up that fast. Let me type in affinity. It doesn't categorize that fast, so it's not going to show up now, but I guarantee you tomorrow it will show up. That's all fine and dandy, but now you don't know how to name a project when you're within a project. This is really simple. For example, this one says Untitled Design Video. I'm going to click that and then type in my title, Canva Tips and Trick. And now it has a title. Next up, shapes. Maybe you don't know where to find them, or maybe it's taking you too long to find them. You're probably going over to Elements and searching for what shape you want. Let's say you're searching for a circle. You see this, but you're like, I don't know if I want that. And so you just click this, which you can't really see because of the color of the background. So let's change that. But you can't change this circle here to be a square or anything like that. In order to pull up shapes that you can change and that you can customize, what you're going to do is click R on your keyboard. When you do that, a quick action toolbar pops up, and the one on the very left says shape. When you click on that, a right panel pops open, and this is your shape panel, and you can choose different shapes. So here's a cloud shape. Here's, look, a quote shape. And with this, we can just customize it however we want. We can change the color. We can change whether it has border on it. We could change the border type. We could add a corner rounding, even though, it does do a little stuff. If we put words in this, so we can technically add words, are fun. We could change the font of those words. We could change the size of the word, text color, change it to uppercase if we want. We can change a whole bunch of stuff. And clicking R is a lot faster than going to Elements and searching for exactly what you want to, because more than likely your shape is going to be right here. So let's change it to a star. And then you can even make adjustments to that star to customize it. Next up, lines. I didn't even realize how much a problem this was until I watched another creator work on their thumbnails, and they were adding a line, and they went to Elements and they searched line, but instead of using a shape, they used a graphic and wound up having to they did a 90-degree angle. They couldn't get it to be the size that they wanted. So they did this and then duplicated it and stacked one on top of the other. This little trick made our life easier. Click L on the keyboard, or if you're on a mobile device, just make sure you're choosing the one that says shapes and not the one that says graphics. Then you can customize it too. You can change the line color. You can change the line style. And by that, I mean you can change it to have dots. You can change the line weight to make it really thick. You can even give it round endpoints. Look, we even have a straight line, an elbow line, all this that you can customize. We can change it to be a curved line. You can reduce the transparency of it. You can add an animation. You can position this in the center in the middle. Don't look at elements, just type L on your keyboard. It's so much faster and it will bring up all the customization options that you need. You don't know how to add words to your thumbnail or you don't know how to add words to your video. The thing that I do, it's another keyboard shortcut, T on the keyboard, and it will pull up a text box. All you need to do to adjust the size is either click the font number right here, or you can use the little nodes on your text box and shrink it down or make it larger. The other thing you can do is go to your text icon and click add a text box. Or if you have your brand kit set up, add things there. So there's a subheading, or there's even some font combinations that you could add, whether this is for social media or thumbnails or whatnot. So just keep those in mind. And whenever you have words, there's going to be a quick action toolbar that you can apply different changes to your words. For example, Canva Sans, that's the font. What if I wanted it to be Archivo Black? We can change the text color. Some words, you can change the bold or give it an italic size or underline it. I think there might even be a strike through on the Canva docs. You can make it uppercase if it's lowercase. You can change alignment. You can add it to a list, a number. And on the Canva docs, there is even a check, like a checkbox that you can make. You can change the letter spacing, the line spacing, again, with the transparency. There are a bunch of different text effects that you can add, and you can even animate your words. Have you signed up for my newsletter where you can get YouTube and Canva and mindset strategies for your YouTube channel? If not, you're going to want to check out the link in the description so that you can sign up. And guess what? I even send out breaking Canva and YouTube news. Positioning of your words or elements or anything that you have on your design can sometimes be tricky. It's tricky because maybe you have added a shape and you want the shape to be behind the words, but you can't figure out how to do that. There's a couple different options. The first option is to simply click the item you want to move back, right click, go to layer, and send it backwards. Here's another little tip. Whenever you right click on something, it will give you keyboard shortcuts. So for example, the keyboard shortcut for send back is control left bracket, right? It tells you exactly what it is for your operating system. The thing that I discovered recently that I'm using a lot is that I can open up my layers panel, which is going to show me the layers of the document that I'm working on with a keyboard shortcut. And for me, it's Alt-1. I don't know what it is for a Mac, but Alt-1 will bring up the layers panel right on layers so that I can left click this and bring it right under position and then make adjustments to that square so that it is correct. And then if I want, I can arrange that square in the middle and the center. Same with the word position. If you use it to bring up the layers panel, you can also use it to get rid of the layers panel. But honestly, once it's up, all I do is click the X button. The problem here is that you're making a video and you want the words to come in at a specific timing. We're going to right click the word video timing and click show timing. This will allow us to see, and this one's in purple, the word video timing. And I can change the video timing so where that word comes in later. This is really handy when you have an animation. Let me click animate and let me go with maybe blur on inner, maybe character, really slow. So I've got that, but maybe I want it to come in like this. Let's click play. What if your view does not look like this? We're going to go back to Canva's homepage. I'm just going to grab one that's not a video document so that you can see that you can do this with just about any design type within Canva. Instagram post square. Yours may look like this, where it's got the design and then it's got add a page, add a page. This is called a scroll view. And how you get a video view instead is by clicking down here at the bottom. It says thumbnail view. If you click it, it's going to switch it to something called thumbnail view, where you can see the thumbnail of the item. So let me go to one and do a circle so that you can see, and we'll do a square there. And then we'll do a square here, but then change it to a triangle. If I right click and click show button, show timing, the timing still shows. There's still not a play button though. Where do you find it? You click duration. Your play button will be there. But Jennifer, the thumbnail, it's really, really tiny. How can I be so precise with how long I want this to be up? How can I do that? Right next to the timing, 1 of 15, there's something called zoom page. As you see, when I go to the right, it zooms in, and when I go to left, it zooms out. If I click that, it will change it from zoom page to zoom thumbnails. And when I go to the right, it makes that up to 500%, and it's going to make it larger. That way you can be a little more precise with where your elements come in and out. Magic grab trick. We're just going to grab this person. And remember, Alt-1 is the keyboard shortcut to bring up layers. We're just going to bring magic grab underneath there because it doesn't matter whether it's seen or not. And we're going to click the picture and click edit. Magic grab is going to separate something from the picture. And then it's going to use AI to fill in what's behind the thing. There's two problems that you might have when you're using magic grab. If you are using the thumbnail view, the thumbnail might get in the way. So I would recommend turning the thumbnail view off when you're using magic grab. There's something in this right-hand corner. So edit, magic grab, and do you see how this thing that I really want to click is behind the image? Well, I can left click this and then drag it over. And now I can definitely click that thing that's in the corner to make sure that it gets the whole thing. It did not. That's why I really wanted to move it over. So now I can take this and grab it. It's going to separate it from the backgrounds. And I was able to see that part because I clicked on the word click and then clicked the image and drag it over. Okay, so see how it took it away? If I had just left clicked and didn't do the dragging, then it would start working and it would start deciding what I wanted instead of actually moving it. If you've ever wanted to try Canva Pro but just haven't taken the plunge yet, then make sure you click the link in the description box below so that you can have a free trial before you pay for it outright. Let's get back to the lesson. The problem with word transitions is this, and I'm going to show you a real example. For this word transition, I've got it set so that one color wipes over the other. So it says it's day 8 of Affinity Photo. If we look at my layers panel, you're going to notice that I've got it there twice. One in this pinky hue and one in this whitish hue. If I want to change them, what I would have to do is, okay, well, there's my 8. Let's change it to 9. I would have to move this, fix that, and then move that back on top, which was, it's not time consuming for one of them, but when you're doing 30 of them, it's time consuming. The fix is so simple. We're going to double click the words that we want to replace. Control C or Command C if you're on a Mac. Go to File. We're going to find and replace text, or you can use the keyboard shortcut that's there for you. For me, it's Control F. We're going to find day 8 of Affinity Photo and replace with, well, guess what? I'm just going to paste it in there, and then I'm going to change this to 9. Now, because this is the only page I've got it on, I can click Replace All, and it's going to replace everything. Well, guess what? Now I could copy this and do this. Day 10. That one, I'm going to have to work on a little bit because it went a little wide on that one. And I would just fix this one because I know that in the future, all of them are going to need to be like that. If you are doing word transitions like this one, where it is legit the words that you've written out in Canva and it's not a text app, then this is really going to be beneficial for you. So give it a try and tell me what you think. Watch this next if you want to see how to make a word transition. Let me know which tip was your favorite. I would love to hear.